exaggerated and mostly proven false now, and that it was presented to a FISA court, and it was the bulk of information, according to the Grassley-Graham memo, that was used to
here. It's not going to be an upgrade over Arrieta. I never thought that. I think the Arrieta votes time and time again. You guys won World Series and had two bad outcomes.
I've just said that, and I haven't even mentioned Bruce Orr, Nellie Orr, and
It's going to be at least $10 billion, and this could value the.
For people who didn't remember this, they brought in Michael Vick after his prison stint in 2009. Donovan McNabb, French. They just drafted Kevin.
So I got a new radio purchase, which is, gosh, I guess the last thing I really need. But, you know, when you just get that itch, and you just gotta have another one. So anyway, here's the here's a radio that I got today. Just playing around with it. I've heard a little bit about it, and heard some good things about it. So I'm just trying it out. This is a Sony super sensitive 9 transistor. I think the model number is 6R-33, which is no wonder it's not memorable, because can't remember the numbers. But it's a nice little receiver. The thing I like, it's got pretty good tone. It's got a really smooth tuning, analog tuning, which I just love. Nice and easy, kind of vernier tuning there. But I think there's something wrong with this radio. This is actually really good shape. It was listed on eBay as new old stock, which it is clearly not. I understand new old stock to mean basically brand new radios that have been sitting, never opened and sitting in a closet someplace for 30 or 40 years. But, and this was advertised this way, and I probably shouldn't accept it. But it was listed as new old stock, even though it's obviously used, although very lightly. There's really not any, it's pretty good shape. There's a little mark here, but I don't, that might just be from the styrofoam. Anyway, and it came with the box and actually the warranty card and everything. So and the box isn't like pristine shape, so it's really nice. So I've just been playing around with it, and I think there's something wrong with it because it's not very sensitive. I take it outside and I can't even pick up local stations, or very, very little. So I'm running it tonight with this little thing here, which I don't know if I've ever showed this off. This is just about 6 turns of wire, and one is this is kind of a piece of coaxial audio cable. It's not like ham radio quality coax, but it is coax in terms of it's got a center conductor and a braid around it. I think it's mainly for audio. Here's the other end of it. Ooh, you know what? I should probably plug this in. No wonder this thing isn't picking up. No, this is plugged in. This is something else. That belongs to something else. I got so many wires here. It's pathetic. Anyway, this is just a loop, 6 loops of wire taped together. And this is connected to my exterior long wire antenna. It's actually a random wire antenna. And I've got another video about that someplace else, but it's been a really good medium wave antenna for me. And so this just terminates into a loop which kind of loads the radio inductively. And then I just put this down, handle down like that. And I'll show you how that works. Anyway, I'll move the camera in, then I'll play around with it a little bit.
I think you're going to see people who are legitimate medical users.
Take the coil away.
Paired, getting caught up in it. And that, I think, is a shame, because let's remember where this all started. The medical care.
It's definitely picking up a lot of stuff. Just move the microphone.
Much more calculating than the American people have been led to believe.
Well, your term madman, Lamar, I'm not sure.
It's not very selective. I think the sensitivity is pretty good, but it's not selective. So, you've got a strong local station. You're not, with 4 or 5 channels in between, you're not going to hear anything in between. You're just going to hear the strong stations. And I really want. See, the problem is I really want this radio to excel, and I just don't think it is right at the moment. I think it might be. It might need some adjustment. I'm going to go down a bit.
Listen, Franklin, Paul, you are next on the Wing Central Night Call Line with Dr. Jack Rue. Go ahead.
A lot of activity in the middle of the band. I should really clean that up. That's not very attractive, is it?
Any criminal code issues will obviously be settled at the federal level. Transportation
I don't know what that is.
And regulation of people driving and all of those sort of things is a provincial matter. So it might not just be as simple as the federal government waving their wand and saying, okay, here's some rules and here's...
Yeah, it just kind of goes deaf there for a bit.
Is a real conservative.
I'm sorry, that was 880. Wherever it was.
But we need to get involved in some of these races.
That's 770. That's it.
Right.
So
He was no big-time conservative in the House of Representatives.
Really?
Most of you never heard of him before. He was in number 5 in the lane in the
blasting in from New York City. So between
one
that,
of the Rhino.
that's 740. The dial's out of calibration by a bit.
And a slice of the fungi, which is with the mushrooms,
You spend a lot of time with
and the mushrooms.
logging your local stations.
Oh, man, was that good. I mean,
Pretty much
first of all,
know.
it was piping hot.
You know the lay of the land pretty well, frequency-wise. Next big one will be
way. Torres single went the opposite way, and then Judge almost hit a home run.
And there's not much locally.
I would love to see them
Two.
before I completely agree with you because
My other radio, just south of WFAN, which is 660 here in New York.
Into the
There it
last
is,
row.
660.
It's a 2-homer game for Stanton. A Stantonian home run, and the Yankees
Yankee
take
game.
a 3-0 lead.
Usually if I go a little bit below that, I can pick up WSM out of Nashville on my other radios, but
Say to me
I kind of hear some splatter from the FAN, and there's something underneath it, but on my other radios, WSM would come in pretty good from Nashville. But this isn't just, it's just not selective enough. And then it just kind of goes deaf at the bottom. So yeah, definitely needs some work and a little bit of cleaning. So there it is. That's my newest purchase, and I am, let's just say the jury is still out. If it's an adjustment problem or kind of a small repair problem to kind of get it back the way it should be, it might make a big difference with this radio, but I don't know. I like the feel of it. I think the look is pretty cool. It's got that kind of late 60s. They were definitely going for kind of this earthy thing. I got a Panasonic table radio, which has this kind of same black grill and this wood grain. They were really into that back then. So definitely it has a 70s. I think it's 68 actually. So, you know, it's kind of radio I would have, if my dad was into radios, which he wasn't. When I was growing up, he might have something like this. But anyway, so that's it for tonight. A little new purchase, and I'm going to play with it some more and maybe get her fixed up sometime.